Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Craftomation 101. Okay, I have a confession to make to begin with. I don't have to make it, but I will because I'm that kind of person, really. Yeah, I have actually recorded this episode before. I did it last night and it all went rather well. We got things done, we learnt stuff and we were progressing. But as I came to the end of that episode, end of that recording, and went and carried on playing the game a little bit after that, just to make sure everything was still working, I realised I'd got myself into a right old state and things had started falling apart quite badly. And it proved difficult. I spent a good couple of hours after that, finishing that recording, trying to get things back on track, and it proved to be quite difficult. I dare say it would be possible. A little bit of self-control and planning and proper analysis of what was going on would have helped. But I thought, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to try and do it properly. And I'll attempt to explain what went wrong in my previous recording, which you're never going to see. To hopefully give you a better insight into how things might best be arranged. And talking of that, a quick shout out to Nightwish1623. Yeah, Nightwish1623, who commented on the previous video and offered all sorts of insights and tips. And useful little sort of things to know about how the game worked. We have discovered functions now. I hadn't got them to work in the last episode. I have got them to work, and that's what the first thing we're going to look at in a moment is how to use functions, what they do, and how useful they can be. And also, Nightwish1623 also introduced me to the idea of counting, which I had sort of seen in the list of program options, commands in the Craftomates coding window, but hadn't used properly. They proved to be very, very handy indeed, so we're going to make use of that. But we are starting on pause mode for a couple of reasons. The first one of which is we are about to complete our command center quest here to put in 10 of these magnetized steel plates. And I've got a crafter, I think that's you, Bob the Magnetic. Hi Bob, who is creating these for us using this rather complicated, long-winded set of instructions here. First off, to make the steel plate, which is here. I think that's what they're doing. Yep. and then combining, making a steel plate. I think that's what he's doing there. If I actually go to my wiki here, what does steel? Yeah, steel plus iron. Iron plus fire, and then 2 steel plates makes a steel, then makes two steel blocks makes a steel plate. Yeah, so what we're doing here, we're creating the basis of that, we're combining those to make something rather, dropping those for a moment, then checking our energy because this might be a long-winded task. So that creates, what is, okay, that's the steel, steel is that plus fire. Why are you not getting? Oh, it's the magnet. Right, the magnet is the iron plus the steel block. Oh, yes. This is why functions are handy, because you can name functions to actually do, to describe what they're doing, rather than me trying to work it out from the code, which is difficult, as you can see. So that makes the magnet. We then check we've got enough energy and do some eating, and then we pick up the steel block and another steel block, that makes the plate, and then combine it with a magnet which we created over here, and that makes the magnetized steel plate, which we can then drop into the command center to complete our quest and earn these other two new research points, the green icon there, and whatever that is. I do know what it is, but I'm going to leave you in suspense. A little bit of suspense for the episode. It's useful, I think. We also learned in the last episode that we can store fire, which is handy because that's going to come into play right away, really. Okay, so functions. We looked at those. Let's have a look at I've got a couple of my Craftomates that aren't doing anything at the moment because we didn't need them. Okay, Firestarter North. This particular Craftomate is using functions. One function to make fire, and another function to put that fire into a bonfire and keep it alight, because that keeps our base nice and warm and growing, basically, because without that we all freeze up and perish and lose the game. Now, again, before we get into doing this, one thing that you may have noticed if you watched the last episode is I got completely confuddled and confused and lost, because I hadn't spotted that when I opened up the functions here in the research tree, when I opened that up, it started a tutorial segment for me, and it said click the highlighted thing to start the tutorial. I didn't notice, despite it actually being on screen, that the highlighted area was here with a brand new Craftomate to help me along. And if I'd spotted that and followed the tutorial, I would have learned how to do functions. It creates a very simple one to do with eating, if I remember correctly, i.e. refueling your Craftomates. So yeah, the functional tutorial is functional, it does work, and it does show you how to create functions and use them. I'm going to do that now, in a sense, through my attempt to explain that what's going on here. So if we look at Firestarter North, we've got a function here to make fire. So we get this new panel here called functions, and we've got one called make fire. You can name them, which, as I said, makes it very useful to sort of put little code elements together to perform a particular function, a particular operation, and you can name it and you know what it's doing then when your Craftomate performs that. So in this box here, they are making fire. And if we edit that, either by hitting the edit button here or the pencil icon here in the function panel. So if I go here, we simply find and pick 2 bits of stone, combine them to make a spark, then find some coal, combine that with a spark that we've still got in our hand, and that makes fire, and that's it. So it comes in here. So this is the input from the idle state, that's the input, and then it goes out the other end, the output, which is this box here, which then goes into Bonfire North, which is another function where they light the bonfires or add the flame to the fire. This is where it all starts getting a little bit messy. If we actually look at Bonfire North, this is now using this compare function. So what Firestarter North does, it goes up to, if I zoom out a bit and move up north, this is the north I've decided. So they go to this particular location, which is, I think, this, which one is it? The highlighter, I wish they could highlight the grid references more clearly, or it might be useful if they actually put the grid reference on screen, so you could see it when you tool tipped over it, or some way of identifying what location this is. So it does sort of highlight it here. Right, I think this is 2515. This one's 1915, so that's, yeah, 19 is that way presumably. This is 25 here. Okay, so it goes to this location and counts how many are in there. Now it's a bonfire, so he's counting flames. So he says, are there 4 or more or less flames in this bonfire? If there's more, or it is 4, it goes on to the next bonfire and checks that. If it's less than 4, they will drop the flame they've got in their hand from the make bonfire or make fire function and drop it in there. And then go on to output. And that goes on, as you see here, to check whether he's got enough fuel to carry on. If not, then do the eating thing. So if we go back here, this little empty box here is a connector. It is simply there to do nothing but make it slightly easier to organise your lines, your connections between the different code elements. Yeah, that's very simple. So what we're doing here, actually I think I want to make a change. There's several changes I want to make here. First off, the thing that went wrong in my previous recording was there's too much going on here. What I think, and this is what Nightwish suggested, I think, in their comment, is you have a Craftomate creating the fire and storing it somewhere central, and then a number of other Craftomates actually going around picking the flame up and lighting fires which need to be refueled. What I've got this Craftomate doing is making the fire, taking time while the fires burn out, and then going around a large number of bonfires to check if they're all right. Which means that these down the bottom end of this comparing list don't get seen very often. They can be got to quite late. And I was hoping that having the number 4 in here would give them enough time to stay alight for the next turn round of the Craftomate who's doing the checking and lighting. What I think I've decided to do is separate this out. So we're going to have a Craftomate making fire and storing it, and then several Craftomates lighting all the bonfires. And I'm actually going to reduce the number they check, because I think it does take them too long to go around. So what we're going to do, this is going to be, I've got 12 I think, so I've got 6. So I could do them in 4s. 4s might be okay, or I could do them in 3s. Let's try doing them in 4s, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. So I'm going to make a note here of these bonfires, which ones they're doing, so I make sure they're all covered. Right, so I'm just going to make a quick note and I'll be right back with you in a moment. Well, that took me a little bit of time to do, but hopefully that quick sexy video effect meant that you had to wait almost no time at all. So if we look at Firestarter North again, you're already selected, there you are. So you're using Bonfire N1. What I've actually done, I'm not quite sure why it's put by Bonfire S2 in small letters there, the font has changed or something. I've changed the bonfire lighting function to just do 3, and so in this one, Bonfire N1, which is what Firestarter North is doing, that goes to that one up there, and then it goes to that one there, and then finally this one down here. So it does these 3 along here, and then I've got a Bonfire N2 which does these 3 here, and then Bonfire S1 and S2 which do, I think, those 3, and then those 3. It all should work. So I'm going to need 4 Craftomates to light the fires. So we've got a couple of things going on here. We need someone to feed fire into this storage unit, and that's not going to be me, because that will take far too much time to do. So we're going to give this task, I think, to A the Idle. So we'll open you up, and A the Idle will call you. In fact, we'll change your name. One thing I really wish they need to do soon is to allow us to actually put our cursor somewhere in this text box rather than just deleting from the end. It just makes life so much easier when you've got a proper editable text box. Anyway, this is going to be A the Fire Maker, we'll call you. There you go. And what you're going to do is go from idle, we're going to make fire, and remind ourselves what make fire looks like. It means going to find stone and coal and making fire. Lovely. So we don't need that on the screen anymore. So once you've done the making fire, you can then drop that into a storage box. If I make this slightly larger, you can see it. That will either drop the flame into an existing storage box which has fire in it. You can see we've got one here, or to the, I think it's the closest empty storage box, so that then becomes the fire store, and that's all he does. So you can then go to idle. Oh no, we need you to eat. Oh yes, eat. Let's create ourselves a new function for that, shall we? I haven't shown you creating a brand new function, have I? We ought to do that. So this is what the tutorial, if I remember correctly, takes you through, is creating an eating or a refueling function. But I'm going to call it check and eat, because so we add a new function. I don't know if there's a limit on how many functions you can have. Hopefully there isn't, which means this list is going to get very, very big indeed at some point. So this is a brand new user function. We're going to call it check and eat. Check and eat. Yeah, for sloppy typists like me, it doesn't work very well. Okay, so we've got our input, as we saw before. Now the first thing we want to do here is put in a function to energy check. Now you may have noticed on some of my Craftomates, when they go for their eating, their refueling check, sometimes they have this option. What that does, it checks if they've got a battery level below 7 or not. which if you've got a very large base here where they've got to come all the way from here to somewhere, goodness knows where, over here to refuel, have they got enough battery level left to get there? Yeah, so either you need multiple drops of the edible stuff like coal bricks, or you put in what I've done on other ones is a compare energy, which is this, which allows you to say, oh, they want to get refueled at level 20, so they've got more time to go and find that energy brick. We're gonna no, go away, drop. That's it. We're going to use this one for now, unless it shows, unless I do need to change it. So if the energy level is okay, then just come straight out. Yep, that's all you need to do. Don't need to worry about it. Otherwise, we need to find and pick a coal brick, which is one of those, which is our most new. They can eat pretty much everything, I think. I think they can even eat each other. I'm not sure how good that is as a source of fuel, but yeah, they can eat most everything. But coal brick is, I think, is our most nutritious food stuff at the moment, or most efficient fuel stuff, if you will. And then obviously eat that, and then go out of there. One thing I've not mentioned before, but you may notice there's this little clip on the end of the code element on error. So if they can't find or do something, you can define a sort of get out code segment. So if something doesn't work, then what do they do in that situation? Which I don't think we need just yet, but we may at some point. So that's the check and eat function, which is lovely. So the fire maker, we're going to add in here a function to check and eat, and there you are, and then go back to idle. That should be the job done. So we'll have you starting that. That's you, isn't it? So what I can do here is I can take you, copy your code, and give you to no, but what no, you're my fire maker. Right, we just want one fire maker at the moment. I think that might be enough. Right, so we're not going to copy that. Now, fire starter north. We're not going to have you making fire anymore. So we're going to take that and that. Oh, I've still got air the fire maker on. Click, that's it. And then open you up. So we're not making fire anymore, or indeed dropping it to storage. What we want you to do, bonfire north 1, go in there, and then check and eat. Very simple. Now the issue we've got here is that in the bonfire north 1 code, the first thing is compare and count the bonfire, see if there's enough fuel in there, in which case drop the flame. He's not picking flame up from anywhere here, is he? So if I put in an instruction here to find and pick fire, what they're likely to do, as we saw I think in the last episode, is they've just put a flame in a fire. He doesn't need to eat, so he stays next to the fire. He comes back here, find and pick a flame. He's going to find that flame in the bonfire, which we don't want him to do. And, nicely enough, I discovered just after, just at the end of the last episode, the last recording I did of this episode, which I'm hiding, I discovered a useful piece of research, which is the smart find and pick, which allows, or unlocks the node, which allows Craftomates to be instructed to search for items in a particular location. So I've got 2 research points. I'm going to buy that. Basic interaction. They can pause themselves or other craft. Oh, that looks complicated. We're not going to worry about that just yet. But what this means is on Firestarter North here, I can say find and pick that flame. Find and pick. I don't think it's not a new command, is it? So if I take that away, there are some bugs still. We are still very much in early access here. There are some bugs in the routines here. But sometimes I've found if I research some options or research multiple options in a sequence, it may not add all the the research items to this the code elements to the list here. Right, so we've got here, this is change the find and pick button. So I'm searching for flame, but where can I find it? And I deselect where I don't want them to pick this flame from. Don't pick it from a bonfire. I'm not sure what pick from source means. We may find that later. So we're only going to pick the flame up from the ground or a storage unit. Exactly what I want them to do. So if I send you now off to do that, you should be good. Okay, now we've also got fire starter south, so we're going to do the same thing here with you. We are going to, in fact, what I could do here is I will actually clear your programming entirely, clear that, and I'll copy it from file starter north. So we'll copy that to Firestarter South, and if we open up Firestarter South, there we are. But we're not going to go to Bonfire N1. We're going to use Bonfire N2 for this. Exactly the same routine. That is lovely. So we'll get you running on that. Good. He's going to the store. There, he's picked it. That is lovely. Okay, now we do need two Craftomates to do the south, the Bonfire S1 and S2. So we've got an idle one here. So we will actually set you up. So you are Firestarter South. So I'll copy that. Actually, you're not Firestarter South. I should rename you. So that's you. And we'll open you up. And again, you're not doing Bonfire N2. You can do Bonfire S1. Plug you in like so. That is done. Yep. Love that. And we could actually colour you gold colour, so I know you're a fire-related Craftomate. Are you going to do that? Oh, there's nothing in the storage unit yet. Wait for the... Who is doing our... making our fire? Oh, did I... Oh, actually, no, it should be... Oh, you're the fire maker. What are you doing? That's it, you're doing that. Oh, you've put it in that storage unit now. Oh, okay. Right, we're still missing out one bonfire lighter, and what I'm going to do for that is we have got someone making glass here. We've got 40 odd units of glass here. I don't need that many glass items. In fact, there's no other use for them apart from making more storage boxes at the moment, so we don't need that. So what I'm going to do is, if we open you up, I'm going to... Oh, it's updated the find and pick boxes here. That's good of it. Right. So we're going to... Yeah, I can find out how to make glass again using the object wiki. So we're going to clear that out. And where's one of our other... no, one thing I've noticed, I don't know when I started doing this, it didn't do it before, is if I click through my my Craftomates here, it eventually starts taking me out to your Quip the Idle. No, you're... Oh, I need to rename you. Yeah. So your Quip Bonfire S1. That will do. Yes, it takes me out to Craftomates I've not unlocked yet. Ah, curious, eh? Right, so you're the one I want, as it were. So that's you. I'll copy you to... Who is the glass? Ah, there's the glass maker. There you are. So we'll open you up. We'll rename you Bonfire S2. So we're going to take you away. Take you away. And Bonfire S2, which for some reason is written in little. But there you go. We'll put you there, down that. That's you there, isn't it? So we'll colour you. But I just noticed there's one that we need to look at. It's not Ara the Heater, is it? No, you're doing... Oh, you could do Yeah, we need you to do a check and eat as well, so I'll take you away. So we can make that a function. It just makes the whole code window that much tidier. So check and eat. Yeah, check and eat. Check and eat. There you go. And then once you've done that, you can go back to idle. Lovely. There's probably several other Craftomates that I've not fixed the refueling thing for, so I'll do that off camera if you don't mind. So you can carry on doing that. Now, which one was it? The steel maker. Woe the steel mate. Yes. This again. I think this is something that Nightwish 1623 mentioned, and I think is. Well, it's a familiar piece of programming code to those who are familiar with programming code. It's the for next loop, or do while, or do until, or whatever the appropriate syntax is in the language you're familiar with. Is repeating things. So what we've got this guy here doing is he starts off idle, he comes into this repeat instruction, and I've told it repeat up to 2 times. So he comes in, the first when we start this, starts at 0. So it comes in, it's 0, so he adds 1 to this to say, okay, I'm doing this once now, and make steel. And drops that steel to storage. And then comes, having done that, comes back here. So this is the previous step. So he's done it once already. So repeat again, so it now makes this twice. Actually no, it probably adds the number after it does it. Yeah, so it's 0, make steel, drop to storage, doing it once already, so add 1, goes to make steel, drops to storage, comes back here, does it again. Oh, that's 2 now, so I now need to stop. So it comes out here, goes to energy compare, which will be the eat option obviously. So we'll the eat function, so we'll take you to there, check and eat. There you go, and the end can go there, and then to idle. And when they go back to idle, the whole thing starts again. So this resets to 0. So when they're coming in from the start, it starts at 0. You see what I mean? It's really neat. It looks a bit awkward, I think, in this graphical display, assuming I'm doing it properly, of course. That's always a major proviso in anything I do here. So that works quite well if I'm doing it properly. So you can carry on working, sir. That is lovely. Okay, something else we discovered. We have these quests here for the command center, which is about to be completed, which gives us certain rewards. But we're also given sort of other quests at the top here, which you may remember towards the end of the last episode was find or unlock seed, which is this here, which I've not actually clicked on yet, but when I do, it tells me it's a seed. Awesome. So that turns up now in the object wiki. So that's a seed. Yeah, okay. It's not going to tell me anything else about it, but it does say I want to plant it. Now that's starving. Starving for water, which we have Pig the de-icer doing at the moment. Making water. Oh, this could be check and eat as well. Okay, we'll get rid of that. There you go. Check and eat. Lovely. Drop to... There you are. Actually, what that could do is be a drop to storage, couldn't it? So we will go back here. Don't drop that to anywhere. Just drop it to storage. There you are. Oops. Yeah, so it makes... Ooh, actually you could make fire here. But I'm going to leave that. Actually, what's the make fire function do? Oh, it just makes fire. Yes, so you could make fire here. Yeah, which you then add to ice, which makes the water. Okay, so I think I can take these out. And that. There you go. And that is make fire. You see how it makes things so much more elegant and simpler to see what's going on. You don't have to sort of read the code elements and work out what it's trying to do. That much simpler. So you're making that water. which is here. And that water is needed by this seed. So we can plant this somewhere. Let's plant it somewhere like that. And that's starving. If we give it water from there, it starts growing. Because it's warm, it grows at a certain speed. Oh, we've uncovered. We've got our steel plates done. Right, get out of the way. What's that? Oh, it's a furnace. Ooh. Oh, okay, I've just unlocked a furnace, I think, by the look of it. Now that gives us quite a lot of heat. That does give us a lot of heat. What if I put you in the middle there? But I want to unlock up here. And I know that for a reason, which we'll come to in a moment. So if I put you, say, there, presumably the red area means that would be very hot, as opposed to just warm. And that needs logs. How do you get logs? You get them from trees. And they come from these grown seeds. So if I put enough water in here... Oh, I can't put water in because it's growing still. When it stops growing... Yeah, it grows a bit more. Thank you. Oh, that bonfire's gone out. Hey, oh, have you got a problem, mate? Bonfire N1. What is your problem? Oh, there's not enough. Bother, there's not enough flame. There's no flame stored. So they're all... Oh no! Right, we've got a lot of flame in this one, so I'll put that in there. Put that in there. Have I got any others which are really... You've got quite a few as well, so I'll put that there. See, and now, because the fires have gone out, I've lost my furnace. Don't. Okay, we've got spark there. Okay, let's turn that into flame. Put that in that storage unit there. Okay. Yeah, because there was no flame stored anywhere, he couldn't go and get it. So he stood there waving his arms around, saying, "What's going on, matey?" Okay. We probably need someone to make more fire. Actually, Bob the Magnetic. We don't need you doing that anymore because I've got all the steel plate I need for the time being. So you could be another bonfire maker. Right, who's making flame? Where's me? That you're the fire maker. So if I copy your instructions to Bob the Magnetic. Yes, that's you there. Right, so can you carry on doing that? Looks like they're going to. Good. They've run out of bonfire fire again. Oh dear. Oh, there's one in there. They're taking it. Hopefully that will be enough to keep my... What? What's your problem? Okay, let's reset you. Start again. If I move you down here. Got it. Right, hopefully you'll carry on. Okay, yeah, this plant here, if I add water to that, that will grow and turn into a tree, which we can then pick 5 logs from. Oh, there it is. There you go. So it's a ripe tree now. So I can take 5 logs from that, which will feed the furnace. Or I could go send them here to complete this quest. There's a choice to make. What we'll do, we'll leave the furnace there, I think, because they've got this new quest here at the top. Clear some space for a furnace. And for some reason it's highlighting this, all this stone up here. Now I know these... okay, so these big blocks of stone here, which contain 3,000 units of stone, they will last almost forever. These only have 5, so I could clear those quite easily, but I do need to break into this area, which is why I put the furnace up there. Can I move that? I can't move that bonfire just yet. We're not going to have enough logs to feed the furnace. But if I can move this bonfire, I want you to burn out just for a second so I can move you up there a bit. There, you're out. So I can move you up there. Why can I not move you? Oh, because you're frozen, that's why. Oh no. Oh, you're still making water. Do I need that much water? I need more people making fire. Now you see, this is the kind of mess I got into after the last attempt at recording this episode. I think I've got too many bonfires. Oh, the fire's over there now. Okay, I'll put you there. No, don't want you there, I want you there. This may be what's going on here. There's too much fire needed. Can I? Just wondering. Because I want that's quite a nice central-ish location for the flames. I don't want them to... Oh, why did I make that? That bit of soil, didn't need that. What if I put... Actually, what I could do is, can I put... So, I'll put some glass in there. Just to block that one from being used for flame storage. So I think it's better there. Keep that going. Right, so yeah, so I can make this tree here. Oh, I've discovered wood. Lovely. So if I go to the object wiki, where's wood? There it is. Oh, okay, so the seed is made from... Ooh, I can make more seeds by putting wood and water together. Oh, let's try that, shall we? Go away. So if I take that and put that there, that does make a seed. So actually what I could do, so I put that glass back, put the seed in there, or I could light the furnace. Let's move our furnace over here and do that. That gives it all nice. And what I could do is tell... Or I could just break this stone myself, couldn't I? What was another seed? Put that in there. So I could grow several of these trees. Now once you've taken all the wood out of them, if I put that there, and another one, I think they turn back to seeds. Yes, there they go. They're basic plants. They need watering again. It's starving for water. There you go. So you could keep them going that way. And this bonfire's gone out again. This is troublesome. I'll have to work out a way of... Oh, you're coming back? Yeah, but it's not quite enough, is it? Oh, we've got coal bricks. Nice. We'll take those. Over there. Over there. That's good. Now, we seem to be okay for coal bricks. We're creating enough of those. I could use this soil to make... Oh, I could make more sand, couldn't I? Because I think if I take flame... So there's my... That's that. No, you've... Right. No, oh, you've taken... No, there's... I'm using this. That's the spark. Go away. It's gone out again. I put the spark down here. There you go. And put that on there. That gives me sand, which I'm using up there. What was in there? Nothing much. We'll put glass in there to keep that blocked. So again, we're keeping fire down here. Just about. This, yeah. I might have to spend a little bit more time. Oh, that one's gone out as well now. Oh, heck. Yeah, this is... It's a challenge. It's turning into a proper little challenge. Actually, if I get that fire lit, can I unlock that Craftomate? You might be helpful, actually. Where's a big fire? You've gone down to 16 now. Gosh. Do I need more water? You're going to load that one. You're going to unlock... Whoa, this... Not quite. Okay, if I put the furnace down here for a second... And get a bit of wood. Oh, I need to water that tree. But I haven't got wood anywhere else. So let's put that in. Is that? That's ripe. So we've got that. Oh, my furnace has gone again. Darn it. Okay, we'll get that open in a second. There you go. Let's open that. And I've got Woe the Smart. Okay, we'll give you more FireMaker instructions. So who have we got? Who's making fire? Oh, Bob. Oh, you're a FireMaker, aren't you? You're not a creating magnets anymore. Yeah, you're making fire. So we'll change your name again. Bob the FireMaker. That's lovely. I could change your colour as well, actually. I'll give you a... There you go. So we'll take your code. We'll copy that to Woe the Smart. And Woe the Smart. No, that's not Woe the Smart. That's Woe the Smart. And again, we'll call you Woe the FireMaker. And we'll get you running that program. Come on, run it. There you go. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're putting the stone from there. Nice. Oh, another fire brick. So, oh, you found it. That's fine. And you're putting the flame. Where are you putting the flame? Oh, all the way down there. Oh, okay. Let's move this battery store out of the way so you can get through there. It's a pity you can't unlock, move multiple items in a storage box. So if I put you up there, hopefully they can get through that gap there now. I guess they can. What we could do here, having made the water, rather than dropping it into storage, so we'll disconnect that there. We will feed the tree. Ah, can I do that actually? We'll put that back for the moment while I discover this. Because if we go to our research tree here, I've got three. Yeah, I've got 3 progression points. And I discovered at the far end of this, there's a check plant, which allows us to check whether the plant is growing, is starving for water, or is ripe. So you can actually decide, does the plant need water? I'll go and get water. And if it doesn't, I will just put the water I've got into the water storage, for example. You can also tell if your Craftomate is buffed by an ale. Yeah, I understand that. I like being buffed by ale too. It's really good for you. Good ale, obviously. Compare object. If I buy that, compares compares the objects carried with an object on the map and follows 2 branches. Ooh, don't think I need that just yet. Is empty. To check whether something is empty or contains stored object. Okay, that could also be useful. Right, check plant. I can afford that. Lovely. So where's our de-icer guy? There you are. So what we can do here is, having created the water here in this combined step, we can disconnect that. We can come here and we've got the is buffed. Have we got a check? You see what I mean? I think this is a little bugette that I discovered previously, is we should have an option to compare. Well, that's comparing left and right. I don't want to do that. We've got is empty. No. We want compare plant, which I think is a separate option here. Okay, to fix this, I'm going to have to quickly save and reload the game, I think. Although, let's actually just carry on running it for a moment. and see if that brings it into our options. Okay, so where's Pig the de-icer? There you are. We've got that. Compare. It's not there, is it? Let me save this and I'll be right back with you. We're back. That didn't take long, did it? Where's our de-icer guy? Oh, there you are. Right, so if we open you up, we have check plant. There it is. Excellent. So we don't want to send that to storage just yet. We want to check plant. That's it. Actually, let's move all these out the way. There you go. So if the plant is starving, we want to drop to that plant. Oh, we need to check which plant, of course. So that is that plant. Click there. Identify it there. Click there. Identify there. That is lovely. You have got no water now in your hand, so you're not going to drop that to storage. So we'll just go straight into checking and eating. If it's growing, we don't need the water there. If it's ripe, we don't need it. We could add in an option here to go back. Could we do that here? We could actually. So if it's growing or if it's ripe, if it's okay, if it's growing, that's interesting. Because what I want to do here is go back to the tree and see, is it growing or ripe? We can do this, because then if it's ripe we can take a log from it and give it to either the furnace or to our command center. Okay, let's disconnect that for a second. Okay, so right, okay, so if it's growing, we'll just do that. If it's ripe, we'll add another drop to storage. Actually, there. And then we'll find and pick. Actually, this will be an interesting way of checking this. We'll find and pick a log from the source, which should be the tree that it's just found was ripe. Yes, I think that's how that might work. And then we drop that not to storage but to our command center here. Oops, use the cursor keys to control that. Drop that to there, and then you can go on and check and eat. Okay, let's see if that works. You're currently making fire, so we'll carry on doing that. And let's see what happens. So we're following... There you are. There's the de-icer. He's finding some ice to make water. He's going to the tree. It does need water, so he feeds it. And now he goes to make some more fire. Oh no, he had to feed himself first because he's running out of energy. That's nice. Now he makes fire. That is you, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, I could give you the light blue colour, couldn't I? Which I make from that paint there. And the silver paint. There we go. And I'll give that to you. Yeah. So you're a nice identifiable colour. Watercolour, as it were. Make water. Oh, the tree still is starving again. By the time he's made fire, it's used all the water. Right, I think looks like we're on top of it. We've actually got a good stock. 5 flames in storage. And the fires are... Well, apart from that one. Don't know why that one's not lit. I'm going to leave... Won't worry about that because I don't need that space as yet. For anything, we're not going out in that direction. What's your problem? R of the heater. Oh, you're looking... right. Your instructions were pick from a particular tile. No, you want to pick from storage. I'll use find and pick for that. So drop that. Find and pick the battery. No, the connector. That's it. find the battery, which was there, and then put the battery in the heater. And you're going to find this either on the ground or in storage. You won't find it in a bonfire, I can tell you that much. Okay, and carry on. You need to be reset, don't you? Reset. Reset and go. Oh, do you need feeding? Oh, we are running out of bricks now. Oops. Oh, the flame's gone out. Where's the furnace? Why are you not working? Let's reset you again. Okay, that's better. You found the battery, you're putting it into. Lovely. Good. Right, I think we're under control, more or less. So where's our de-icer going? You're making the water, you're filling that up, which is good. Right, I think there's a risk of things going wrong again now because there's so much going on, and I'm not good at handling lots of things going on at the same time. So this could all go horribly wrong. Drop that. Eyes pick the log. Excellent. Going to give it to the control center to help complete that quest. Super. Right, that all works. So I think we've got a fair amount done today. We've learned how functions work. We're using some new features like the repeating. We're checking plants. We've got plants now which are growing and we're feeding them. We've got a furnace which is really hot. There's only one log in there at the moment. Okay, you're going to pick one from there. I'll pick one as well. I'll put that in the furnace to keep that going warm. And that's it. Yes, so I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Craftomation 101. Our base is looking quite large now, very busy, which is excellent. So thank you, I say once again, for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like will be lovely. Just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Even better, if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game or the game itself, then please do just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. Other than that, of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Craftomation 101. Until the next time, bye-bye for now.